questions he has asked me. I said, "What question do you have? What questions do you have for me?" He says, "All kinds. I just don't get the game in general. When to push, when not to, and which objectives to take and when." He just started playing ranked, also, FYI. Also, the people. Also, you have people that are very much behind, i.e., feeding, breathing, briefing. I think he means. etc. How do you overcome this? When to split push if your team does not group, and how to go about the game if people don't want to group and are getting caught, especially in later stages. Just so much I don't get, and it's hurting my play to the point no matter how good I may think I'm doing, I'm always behind playing catch up. And he's playing Vi, and then I asked, what do you think you need to improve on? He said everything. Okay. So, again, this individual just hit 30, so I'm going to try to pare down as much as I can, so this is digestible. I think this is right. Okay. Alright, so you're jungling. You're starting off on blue side, which I like. The reason it's good to start on blue side is because you've got 2 people, potentially 3, whenever your Heimerdinger gets here. That can help you leash. The faster the leash is, less health you lose. You know, the safer your jungle route is going to be. Additionally, this gives you the option to either go top with double buffs, or double back bot for another clear and then gank bot. You'll still have double buffs. I'll just speed this up a little bit. You took your E at level 1. I would take W. I think W helps you clear a bit faster. You canceled your auto there. I see you're trying to attack move a lot. So you don't want to attack move. You just want to right click the big creep. And see, like right there, you attack the little wolves, so that actually makes this clear take longer, and you're going to take more damage from this big guy. So always attack the big creep first. Also, you should have got your W. If you don't get your W at level 1, which I would get it at level 1, I get it at 2 because it's going to help you clear a lot faster. Your Q is basically for ganking. Or clearing, I mean. Okay, another thing you want to do with Vi is just kind of nitpicky, but you want to try to hit all the creeps with your Q. And you want to try to charge it up all the way because it does more damage. Yeah, you're kind of out of pots. What? So you had to go back. Okay. Yeah, so basically you took a lot of damage there because you didn't have your W. You still don't have your W, so you're going to clear a lot slower. Okay, good. You attacked the big wolf that time. That's a lot better. So you're pretty even with Lee Sin on CS. He got a kill though on your top lane. And Mr. Q. That's okay. It happens. With Vi Q, I'd say try to lead them a bit. It's a pretty fast moving ability, but okay. So you're here top, which is good because Lee's here. This is actually pretty interesting. Let's see what you do. Oh, okay. Okay. So you oh. Oh. Okay. Alright, so you're up here countering Lee's gank, which is good. See, you have full health, so see, like right here, you back up. Oh, whoops, sorry, rewind that. Let's go over your movements real quick. See, right here, you have full health, and Lee has no energy, and Cho'Gath has like no mana. He has maybe enough for one ability, 90 mana. He has enough for 1 rupture, and that's it, right? So right here, you cut backwards right here. Right? I would run in here and I'd be attacking Lee. Or Cho, really, it doesn't matter. I think Lee is the closest, so I go for him. Yeah, it looks like Olaf was on Lee, so you should be on Lee. See, if you had you already got 2 denting blows on him. If you got 1 more denting blows, he would have died for sure. Plus, if you had moved up, you would have been closer over here, and that would have let you Q whenever it was up. But you had 2 charges of E. So if you were here, he'd be dead 100% for sure. And then you could turn around and kill Cho. And actually, right now, I would just be attacking Cho, because I'm pretty sure you could kill him too. But yeah, basically, you just kind of were indecisive and took a lot of free damage, which is a problem. Also, you want to go over your skill order? Okay, let's see what you got here. Nice, you landed your Q. There's no follow-up, though. That's not your fault. You're maxing your E. Your E is like I would say, the worst ability to max. You don't really get anything out of it. The Q, you get cooldown reduced and way more damage, and that's her main source of damage and also your best ganking tool. And then you want to max your W second, your E last. Nice, nice. That was a good gank on your part. Oh, you dodged that. Nice. That was a really good dodge. It's hard to dodge bindings that close. Nice. Really good. So yeah, you cut Lux off there. That was great. Now you have Assault and Battery. So I want to see... Basically what you want to think now is you want to be thinking, okay, I have Assault and Battery. I want to be looking for a chance to gank. So let's see what you do. So you ended up getting Lucian. I wouldn't have gone in there just because there were so many people, but you killed Lucian, so it's like kind of worth. Okay, again, I keep seeing you attack little creeps with Vise autos. You don't want to do that. You want to attack the big one. There you go. Oh, nice. You got another really good angle on Lux. Nice. Very nice. Another really good timing on your part and getting the angle on Lux. Now you just want to clear until your ult is up pretty much. I mean, it's almost up. No point in ganking right now. Now you can gank. Lee's top, so I would have gone bot probably and tower dove bot. Because what you're doing now will save the tower, but it's like, I don't think... Oh, he sees you. I don't think that this tower would have gone down anyway. I mean, it's a tier 2 and it's Cho'Gath and Lee 11 minutes into the game. So I'm pretty sure it would have been fine. So you're just clearing, you have Assault and Battery. I'd like to see you use Assault and Battery. Well, okay. Nice. Really good. Yeah, so your flash was perfect. You matched up with her, and then she tried to flash, but Assault and Battery will follow them. So, really good. You're pretty much picking on Lux this game, which I like. I think it's a good idea to shut down like one person, or snowball one lane to the flip side of that. And, okay. So you're trying to rack... Okay, he stunned you. Nothing you can really do. Okay, oh well, he just wants to die, apparently. Alright, nice job. That was a good job. Now you're on a Lee. Ooh. See, now, if you had more points in Q, the cooldown would be shorter. Like, a lot shorter. So... you could have maybe got Lee there. Definitely done some damage. Looks like they have no idea that you're here. Oh, okay, let's rewind. So you had a great idea here, right? You cleared this ward out, okay? And then you're here, right? And then, so you cleared this ward, and you know this brush has no wards in it, but you're still all the way back here, right? Like, Lucian comes up, but like, why, you want to be thinking, how's the matchup here, right? Taric is dead still, right? You have your support and your ADC here who have, reasonable amount of health. About the same as these guys, so health matches up. You should have walked down here, because if you had done that right now, you'd be about here, and you could literally just walk up and start punching Lucian. And then, when he uses his E this way, then you can charge up your Q and blast him in the face. And get his flash. Yeah, you'd 100% get his flash, easily. And then you could maybe double back for another gank, or he'd be so low, Taric would have to spend a minute and a half healing him up. So, yeah, you played really defensively here when you didn't need to. You made the right call. Now, see, here's another time. You could have, again, moved up, and I would have been sitting here. Like, if you didn't go on Lucian before when he was here, I would have moved up to this corner and been camping here, and then as soon as he did this, just go on him. So, but now they're just gonna leave. Oh, well, or they're not gonna leave. Oh. Okay, well, that's good. You have your ult though. I would just push. He knows you're here. There's no point in being cute and sitting in the bush. I would just push and then think about a tower dive here. I would just ult him. Yep. That's exactly what I wanted you to do. That's perfect. Okay, that's fine. You got his flash. I mean, you can probably kill this tower, I think. Now would be a really good time to do dragon, actually. When bot lane is this low, no flash, you know, Lee wasn't there. You could have considered. I guess Cho'Gath's mid, so it's probably a bad time to do dragon. But like, okay, let's go over another quick. If you see, you know, Tarek's gonna stun you. Use your Q because his stun will interrupt your Q channel. So you could have just used it and done some damage. And, oh, well, Lucian wants to die. This is bad. Okay, use your Q to get out of there. That's nice. Yeah, I would just leave. I mean, Karma's dead. Okay, Olaf is here. Nice. Uh-oh. Yeah, I would just try to cut this Lee off as much as possible. I'm pretty sure he's dead. Nice. Really nice. That was good. You cut Lee off from retreating to his tower. We'll just speed this up here. You have Assault and Battery. Your build is fine. I went over your skill build earlier. Your item build is fine. You've got your Lizard item, you got Brutalizer, and now you've got a Giant spell for some defense. Okay, so this is pretty aggressive. I mean, you went in one... even if Sivir was there, you went in 2v3. You might not have seen Lee right away, but you have to assume he's there, because you had no vision. So... additionally, like, you were really deep, so it's kind of like a 1v3, right? Because Sivir can't, you know, can't follow up on you. So, you just want to be thinking about how many people, you know, at the... Okay. It was a good ult, isolating Lucian, but there was no follow-up, so it was kind of also, like, not really the best time. It was a good job isolating Lucian, but... yeah, I would have probably held it, but you want to be thinking about how many people you have with you, right? That's the main thing. If you're going to take anything away from this replay, like, think about how many people you have in a fight, right? And try not to fight unless you have a numbers advantage. Or at the very least, you have an even, you know, number of people. Okay, so you don't have Assault and Battery, so there's very little you can do here without diving the tower. And I mean, you're playing fine, really. I don't see any openings for you, especially because you don't have flash. You have no flash. You have no Assault and Battery. I mean, your options are pretty damn limited. So you're just oh well, okay. Now it's time to run. You were, you know, creating a presence for your team where you were just kind of staying up near the front. Oh, nice. Okay, Olaf came and cleaned that up, and your knock up on Vi really helped there. So, oh, that's okay. Lee's really tricky. You definitely could have killed him there. Ah, so close. Yeah, you didn't have your Q up that time. It's okay. Speed this up. You have Assault and Battery. You're just clearing a little bit, grabbing blue. Could have considered giving blue to Heimerdinger. Heimerdinger. I don't know if he needs it or cares, but yeah, okay. I will say one thing that you are doing really well, and I'll reiterate, is you're just doing a really good job of shutting down this Lux. You know, you can't do everything. Okay, yes, perfect. Ult him. Yeah, get dunked. Okay, so shutting down one person on the enemy team is extremely useful. I assume this Tarek's dead. Oh no, nice shield. Because basically Lux is pretty ineffective. I mean, she's almost 40 CS behind Heimerdinger. She has as many deaths as Heimerdinger, but she has less kills and less assists. So, you know, she's only sitting on one item and a blasting wand. She definitely has less money than Heimerdinger. Plus, I mean, she just, in her head, she's just thinking she's going to get ulted by you every single time because you've ulted her a lot. And that's good. That creates a lot of pressure. Okay, that was good. So you used your Q to get out of the... you You still got stunned, but you used it to create distance, and that's great. What you did there, your decision making was perfect. I mean, you have to let Sivir go there. That's her positioning was terrible. No dragon. You're clearing. This is good. You're behind Lee a bit, but not by that much. You're doing very well. But now it transitions to kind of the mid-game, and we get to see how you do here. So you're taking a lot of poke. If I want to invest in some magic resist soon here, because Lux and Cho, a lot of magic poke. I like your positioning here, but you don't want to push up too far. You want to think about trying to stay as close to your team as possible and looking for assault and battery options. Okay, so let's look at right here. I think you want to queue. You want to be thinking about, okay, how can I do the best assault and battery, right? Because it looks like shit's about to go down. So I honestly think Lucian is the best target because you can basically queue to Cho really easily, knock him up, do a bunch of damage to him, and he's gonna think that you'll ult him. But you always want to try to ult the squishiest target, right? And also your ult will hit multiple people, so you want to be thinking about hitting multiple people. So the best target here is really Lucian, right? Lux is. You could go for Lux. I mean, you've been picking on her. I would say Lux or Lucian here are good targets. If you go for Lux, you can probably hit both of these guys. If you go for Lucian, you can definitely hit Cho'Gath. Maybe Lee if he jumps up, or Taric if he steps this way. These guys are, Cho's missing a ton of health. These guys are almost half. Lee's super low. Lucian is really the best positioned one to do damage to your team. So that's the only reason I would say he's the highest value target here. So I'd like to see you ult Lux or Lucian. Q into Cho to close the gap, but let's see what happens. Okay, so you retreat, which is also fine. Okay, so your positioning here is great. My scenario was for if your team, I thought your team was going to go full out there, but they all retreated. So you retreated with them, you queued to Cho, you stayed with your team, and oh, that was actually great. Okay, that was really, really good. So I'm just going to go over there real quick, in case you don't know what you did there. Maybe you did. So you started casting your ult right now, and when you cast Viol, you're actually unstoppable. You can't be CC'd. So this Olaf is getting kicked by Lee Sin, and he would have flown through you and knocked you up, because that's what Lee kick does. But you actually start channeling your ult, so you take the damage here, but you don't get knocked up. In fact, you run straight through it and blast Lee in the face. That's actually hilarious, so Sivir died to the kick. But that was really nice play by you. So now you're going pretty deep, but you're going for the kill. I like it. Really good. And then you punch Taric, I hope? Yeah. Very nice. Really, really good. That was very good. Now, I'd like to see you get Dragon. You want to, after a big team fight like that, you want to be thinking, okay, what's the deal here? They have 3 dead, you have 1 dead. Your Heimerdinger's farming top for some reason. But their jungle's dead, so that means they have no smite. You have smite. You should go to Dragon. Easiest thing you could do right now. And you're not going to Dragon. So in the future, you want to think about, how can I get an easy Dragon? And that's the easiest Dragon of your life. Okay, now you're getting Dragon. It's really late, but they still can't contest this, I don't think. Nice. Okay, good. That was very good. Speed this up. So you've got Randuins. That's great. So you're going for Triforce. I'd like to see a magic resist item, just because they have so much magic poke. Even just a Negatron cloak. Picking that up is huge. You can transition that really easily into a Spectre's Cowl to counter their poke. Really good ult on Lucian. Vi is excellent for dealing with Lucian and Lux. I mean, you've dealt with Lux all game, and now you're in the big team fights. You can kind of ult Lucian more, I think, since Lux's build isn't even that great, and Lucian is doing fairly well. So I think ulting him makes a lot of sense, and you're just kind of housing people right now. That was really good. That was really good. You used your Q to get past Rupture. Kind of an unnecessary flash there, but still put a lot of pressure on Cho. So I would just, okay, yeah, do their golems, that's fine, and then recall. Good. So now you want to, okay, there's the Negatron cloak. Perfect. I would say your item build is great. You got the buffs. You want to be thinking about setting up for Baron, right? So if you look, you have no wards over here. This is 31 minutes into the game. This is where you got to start thinking about Baron. Speed this up a little bit. You're just kind of scouting out over here. Cho sees you. You're retreating. You're grouping with your team. That's really good. Okay, Karma got caught. I would just leave. I mean, Olaf's nowhere near you guys. He's all the way up the river, right? You should just leave. I don't want to see a fight here. Okay, so your play here is fine. I mean, there's nothing you can do about that, right? They both decided to get caught. It's fine. Okay. Right now, I would just try to defend this tower. You probably won't be able to. But do your best. So just try to clear creeps. Okay, ultimately. That was a good ult. I mean, unfortunately Olaf got obliterated, but alright, Tarek goes on you. I mean, I would say you played that pretty well. There's nothing you could have really salvaged out of that team fight. Oh, you almost got out of that rupture. Nice dodge. Yeah, I mean, your mechanics on Vi are excellent this game. And you picked up another dragon. So let me rewind. I just want to go over that real quick. I'd say the only mistake I've seen you made in the last few minutes was when you kind of burned Flash, because you still don't have Flash yet. Okay, you're beating up on Tarek, which is great. Okay. Okay, so you ulted Lucian and then you hit Tarek. That's really good. But, well, I guess both mids are not here. I would have hit Tarek here. Yeah, see, you could have hit Tarek a couple times, actually. But Sivir's not here. Oh, Sivir DC'd. Okay. That's not your fault. I was like, why is Sivir not there the whole time? Looks like they're gonna Baron. No, they're gonna recall. Okay, again, I mean, Summoner DC'd. Nothing you can do about that. You're just fighting Lee here. Nice. You got a pick on Lee. Pick on Tarek. Okay, so now you want to be thinking objectives, right? I'd like to see. Oh, this, you know, your base and Sivir's DC'd. Well, how bad is the base? I think the base will be okay. Yeah, because you cut the creeps. The base will be fine, yeah. Unfortunately, yeah, there's no really easy objectives to take, except for Baron, but since you don't have Sivir, it's not a good idea. I like what you did. You pushed the wave, you know. Your Heimerdinger got caught. Your Heimerdinger shouldn't have been there, because, like, your Sivir's disconnected. Okay, Sivir's back. So that's all you gotta do. When someone's disconnected, just try to play as safe as possible. You guys picked off 2 people while Sivir was gone. That's pretty much the best scenario you could possibly want. They got Baron. Nothing you can do about that. Lucian's positioning was horrifically bad there. But they still have Baron, so I'd like to see a disengage. Okay. Home guards would be a good pickup. You got home guards. Oh, you missed your Q. Okay. It's okay. Inhibitor's still not dead. Oh, Olaf's committing. I would have been a little bit more aggressive there. Since Olaf committed, he has, you know, more health than you. He's tankier. He does a lot of damage. You could have definitely played a bit more aggro there. Even though they had Baron, Lucian's dead. You know, there's no lead kick, I don't think. Oh, there was a lead kick. Well, I still think you could have pressured them more, because you got a flash out of that for nothing. They would have focused Olaf before you, for sure. I mean, he does more damage than you. Vi does a lot of damage, but Olaf does more damage. So, okay, you picked off Lee. You have no ult now, but you got 2 pickoffs, which is really good. Now you want to get your team to group mid and push mid. I don't know why Heimerdinger is back. Yeah, that's pretty silly that Heimerdinger went back there. I missed your Q again. That's okay. Okay, so you just want to probably retreat. Oh. Ooh, okay. So, yeah, definitely should not have committed to that. If you had landed your Q on Lucian before, he would have been dead. Oh, no. Oh, okay, well, I wouldn't know if that's worth, but if you had landed your Q, there would have been a lot more damage, and he would have been dead. So, you just overcommitted there a bit. It, After the Lucian uses ult to wave clear, I would have rotated to Dragon. That's the best objective you can get. I think you're giving Lee a run for his money here. Mark tread so you can break this. Nice. Yeah, I mean, pretty sure you can run Taric down here. You have Triforce. Okay, he flashed. That's fine. So Dragon's still up. You know, Sivir's split pushing for some reason. Solo Dragon at this point. Yeah, it's worth a lot of money. Just clearing, getting buffs. Getting buffs is probably the next best thing here if you're not going to get Dragon. Like they're pinging to do Dragon. Might see a Dragon fight here. Just speed this up. Okay, they got Dragon, yeah. So that's another thing. You definitely could have picked up Dragon there. Both teams are pretty disorganized, but I think you could have soloed it. I would say. Okay, your inhibs respawning, you have your flash, you have your ult. Looks like they're doing Dragon, and you see this though. Let's see how you play this. Let's see what you want to be thinking. You want to be thinking, you have vision here. You don't have vision anymore, but you saw them doing it. You only have a red trinket. Okay, no wards. So, I mean, you saw it at plenty of health, so I would just start pushing into Cho'Gath. I would jump on Cho'Gath right here and just try to make inroads into the Baron Pit. Queuing over with no vision is kind of risky. You have vision now, actually. So, but this is up to you to steal this. So, I mean, I would go for a steal if your team's not going to follow up. It's tough to outsmite a Lee, but you can still try. But yeah, I mean, I don't really blame you for not trying because Heimerdinger is disconnected again. So you are all the way back here. You're protecting Sivir though, which is good. That was a great Q. You knocked two people up. Sivir is just not auto-attacking, but I mean, yeah. So Sivir didn't really auto-attack there at all. Ooh, that Luxalt hit 4 people. And then she got ruptured and died. Right there, though, you're... Oh, I like that you tried to kill him there. Right there, your Heimerdinger died, though. I mean, he disconnected, so, again, there's really nothing you could do there. Those two key disconnects at key times, unfortunately. Sivir disconnected earlier for a bit. Heimerdinger disconnected right when the team fight started. So, I mean, going from your questions, like, it seemed like you were kind of frustrated by this game, and understandably so. I mean, I would say you played really well. The things I'd work on are some of your... You missed a good amount of Qs. Some of your footwork was misplaced a little bit, just in terms of attack moving. The example bot and the brush that I gave you definitely could have been, you know, better. But as a whole, I mean, you made some really nice plays. Your build was fine. I don't see any problem with your build. I like the Banshee's Veil. Yeah. Can't really... It's so much magic damage. And you needed Black Cleaver, probably, to do a lot of damage. You could have subbed out Black Cleaver for Thornmail, maybe. But... Yeah, it's fine either way. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I guess the takeaway from this replay is, like, aside from the things I told you can improve on, is like some games are just, you're not going to win. I mean, the system is designed so you lose around 50% of your games. It happens. I mean, you had 2 big disconnects at bad times, you know. Your Sivir was not in range to auto-attack a lot of the time through, you know, being scared or bad positioning, or they had Baron, unfortunately, from Heimer disconnecting, so, I mean, it's just a lot, you know, maybe she was terrified of that, and kind of rightfully so. You guys definitely wanted to not fight that fight 4v5 when they had Baron, but yeah, I mean, some games you just got to play and try to focus on, you know, what you can improve on, and don't worry about losing. I mean, This is a game, you're supposed to have fun, and you can focus on improving every game. You have control over improving every game. You don't have control over winning every game. You have control over giving your team a chance to win and playing the best you can. So I would just say focus on, the things that I went over. I gave some really good examples of things you can improve on that could have resulted in some more kills for you. And maybe, burning some more flashes and stuff like that. Also, in your early, speeding up your early clear time, so you don't have to recall right away. You can gank after your first clear. That's actually a really big point too, because you recalled right after your first clear because you're so low. If you had skill W, you would have plenty of health and pots left over. And you could have the option to keep clearing or go gank with your double buffs. And you basically recalled and ran a lot of time off your double buffs. So that's what I would say to think about. Thanks for the replay.